Thank you, Senator Rono. Senator Cramer, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, General Reed, General Brunson, for your service and for your willingness to keep going. We need you badly, and thank you for stepping in the gap. And congratulations to both of you. General Brunson, you may know, or you may not, but you may know that in North Dakota, not only do we have two of the three legs of the nuclear triad based at Minot, but we have two very important ISR bases. In Grand Forks, the 319th Reconnaissance Wing flies RQ-4s, a lot of them in the area that you're going. And then the 119th National Guard in Fargo flies MQ-9s around the world. In recent years, and in future years, it seems the Air Force is aggressively retiring some of these legacy systems with not a lot to replace them. And I would just be interested in any thoughts you have about ISR needs in the Indo-PACOM area and certainly the peninsula specifically, and whether those needs are being met, what you see going forward as capacity, and just your general thoughts on airborne ISR and its availability to the fight.
Yes, Senator. So when I look at the needs right now, as an operational commander, I believe that General LaCamera has what he needs right now to help him to best understand his operating environment, which now stretches in USFK, a joint command. He's looking at the EEZ, the exclusive economic zone. He's looking at the northern limit line. He's got to see all these things, and ISR is a technical means that allows him to see those things so that he might best understand his operating environment. I will tell you that if confirmed and allowed to serve, or given the opportunity to serve as the commander of the tri-commands, that I would do much the same, is continue to assess the needs of ISR that's meeting the requirements that we have across domains, the physical domains in the KTO Center.
Along the same lines, then obviously space is becoming more and more. We're becoming more dependent on space for ISR. Could you elaborate a little bit on your relationship with General Whiting at Space Command, General Saltzman at Space Force, how you see the integration of space, and whether or not that can fill the gap either in the short, mid, or long term for ISR demand?
Senator, I think space can do a great many things for us. As you know, there's a Space Force component in the headquarters at USFK. I think it can give us a great many things, but as the Army has learned over time, there's a need for a little bit more granularity than the bigger platforms of days gone by. And I think that, not to speak for services, but I know that we're achieving great results as we continue to campaign through the Pacific and Operation Pathways by using small aperture UAS quadcopters and the like to be able to provide the granularity needed to finish actions. The find and the fix can be done by larger assets, but when it comes time to finish, which is the aim of our operations when we're on the ground, it takes something a little bit smaller. And I think that also as communications and our ability to see and understand our environments continues to improve, I think we're finding other ways to get at the information, the intelligence that we need to drive operations.
Thank you. General Reed, Senator Kelly and I last week launched a new caucus called the Military Modernization Caucus. And what we're looking at is how do we do things at the speed of the enemy, at the speed of China especially, given the big bureaucracy and some of the cumbersome clumsiness of our system. By the way, certainly at the Department of Defense, but that would include Congress, I would say. As you look at your new mission soon, or your new job soon, can you think of any gaps in technology or modernization demands that we could be helpful with? And along the same lines, what can we be helpful with as Congress when it comes to getting you what you need? I very much appreciated your conversation with Senator Rono just a little bit ago. I found it very helpful. As Senator Kane and I are co-lead the Sea Power Subcommittee. But in the airspace especially, there's probably some things we could be doing better and differently. Anything you can think of in a modernization character or category?
Senator, I'd like to begin from where I'm sitting now from an air component perspective. And being connected to the joint force is very, very critical. Not just to be able to talk to others and not just being able to make sure that, that they can talk to us, but the bottom line is that equates to survivability. So when the force is connected and we're able to determine what's going on in the space, where is red, where is blue, where is the need, then we can make decisions at the speed of the war to actually outmaneuver the adversary. If confirmed, moving to TRANSCOM, there is certainly room to get the rest of the force connected as well, because again, that equates to survivability.
Very well said. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very